start. Let me get one more. Alright, I'm about ready to start here. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and get started here. I think. I ain't got nothing pulled up here, but it don't take me long to pull something up. Like bands. Let me see if I can get a band. Stinson Valley. I wish I knew which one of these was. Let me see if I can play this one and see which one it is. That's it. Right. Couple years ago, me and Koo Carroll, they was, hello? Let me turn that on down. Me and Koo Carroll, we was taping at Stinson Valley Amphitheater. That's up in Guin, I believe. And a lot of songwriters up there. I enjoyed myself. What is going on here? Lots and lots of songwriters was up there, but headlining the show that night was Kentucky Headhunters. Me and Koo Carroll got to go on their bus and everything, but their opening number kind of floored me. My band used to play this song all the time, but we didn't play it like they played it. They put their own touch on it. Name of the song was Big Boss Man. But they was gracious enough to let me tape them. I know they ain't Alabama. I don't think they are Kentucky Headhunters. They might be from Kentucky. But anyway, why does this keep on? Anyway, me and Koo Carroll got to get on their bus. They probably wouldn't have let me on there if it hadn't been for her. They wanted her on there. Yeah. But I got to go on too, and Doug, the one singing right here, I was talking to him while he was blow drying his hair on the bus there. But anyway, here's Kentucky Headhunters with Big Boss Man, y'all. I'm doing something wrong. Oh, I got it. I didn't realize Kentucky Headhunters was that good, but they are good. Jamming, man. They was jamming all night long there at Ewan, Alabama. Woo-wee, man. Good bunch of guys. Appreciate them letting us get on the bus there. Wish we could have interviewed them and everything. We interviewed them, but we didn't tape them interviewing them. Might have to pay money to do that. I don't know. Plus, I don't think they're from Alabama. So the show was about Stetson Valley Amphitheater. That's what my show that week was about. So they just happened to be there, and the show was actually on the amphitheater in Stetson Valley. It's in Ewan, Alabama. Y'all need to start sharing this right here. You know, when I post it on there, it would help me out to share it, man. Don't y'all love Alabama musicians and bands and songwriters? Don't you? Don't you now? Why does this keep getting froggy? Keeps getting froggy on me. Got a background there that's pretty. Looping and stuff. Kentucky Headhunters, man. Y'all want to see another? Y'all want to see another? Bands. How about, you know, my show, I always talk about, you know, bands and musicians and everything. They always say, and this is partly true, they get paid for hauling that equipment around, setting it up, tearing it down. That's what they get paid for. They say, we actually play for free because we enjoy it. And I done a little, I think I done a little setup thing here. How long is this? Let me see how long this one is, y'all. Alright, here we go. I've got one actually that I did the whole thing and speeded it up. If I could find that sucker. It may be, let me go back to bands. It may be on Cutting Loose's Cutting Loose. There they are. See if it's here. No. They got some good songs on here though, man. Alright, let me look again here. I don't know why I got out of that. I've got it somewhere on here where the setup is. Let's try this miscellaneous here. It ain't there either. Setup. See if it's in the setup. Big boss man, can't you hear me when I call? It's probably on here somewhere. I just don't know where it's at though. Maccabilly's band's gonna be at Lee's Restaurant. A good bunch of guys, man. And one of my favorites, and I'm going to have my birthday party at their place, is Bar 31. This band is the band that used to be at Hogan's Irish Pub on 280 there. They was there for 15 years. They was at Hogan's downtown there when Hogan's was there, and then they moved down on 280, and the band was there the whole time. And now the band is at Bar 31, same band, Razzmatazz, and love these guys. I taped them at Lee's Family Restaurant while they was floating around after Hogan shut down. After they was just floating around playing here and there, I got them a couple of jobs. Yay, yay me. And I got them a job doing 50s and 60s music at Lee's Family Restaurant and Dinner Theater. And here's one of those right now. Here's Razzmatazz, y'all. And this is where I'm going to have my birthday party come Saturday night. If y'all want to come join us there at Bar 31 in Vestavia, okay? Go on down there. Wish me a happy birthday. You don't have to buy me a present. That's what I told everybody. I just want you there. That's what I want. I want everybody there. So here we go. Razzmatazz, y'all.
Can't let it go once it gets you. I'll tell you how it's gonna be.
Mike Welber doing the singing. That's Kenny Welber, his brother, playing bass. That's Greg Brown in the middle. And that's the great Henry Lavoie there playing drums. Razzmatazz.
Yes, sir. Hey, here's Duke.
We did that before you got here.
I'll be there in a minute, y'all. That's the Razzmatazz band. They're the ones that plays at Bar 31. They're there tonight. They play Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Thursday, there's no cover charge. They call it Big Money Thursday. You buy a ticket, and sometimes it goes anywhere from $300 to $700. It's according to how many people buys tickets. It goes from $300 to $700. You could pay your power bill with that. And that's tonight, no cover. Friday and Saturday, there's a $5 cover charge, just like they are anywhere else. $5 cover charge at Bar 31. Some of the best music. I interviewed Henry Lavoie one time, and he said they had 15 pages of songs they could do. That's a lot of songs, y'all. They don't have to play the same song Thursday, Friday, and Saturday unless somebody requests a certain song. I know what that is now. That's a splinter in my hand. But anyway, how y'all like his background here? I darkened myself out where it could match the background. I'm really a little brighter than this because I got lights on like crazy, and I got in here and darkened it where it would match the background. Okay? Anytime you see this web address right here on Facebook, I wish y'all would share it and get the word out there, because I won't be fixing to go back on Charter Cable Channel 80, and that goes out to 2/3 of Alabama. It goes to over 600,000 homes, plus more than that if you count, probably in the millions if you count the website. They live stream Charter Cable Channel 80. I can get it on my phone right here. I've showed y'all 100 times. Just go to AlabamaCableNetwork.com and just mash and start the video there. And you can watch Charter Cable Channel 80 on your telephone. Okay? I'm trying to get this splinter out of my finger. But we have, all kind of music on my show, all kind of bands. I've been playing you some of them bands right here. I done Kentucky Headhunters. I did Razzmatazz just now, and here's Maccabilly's. Let me play y'all Maccabilly's songs. This is the ones that's going to be at. They're going to be at Lee's Family Restaurant, January the 20th. That's next Saturday, not this Saturday, but next Saturday, from 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock. There will be a $5 cover charge. But here's a good song. Let me play you this song by the Maccabilly Band, okay? Let me spread it out. I like to spread it out where it'll match my video here. Alright, here we go, y'all. Alright, reason that went off is usually when I'm taping for my TV show, I just do 2.5 minutes, and then I go ahead and cut it off because that's all I put on my show. A lot of bands, they want copies of me taping them, and I have to explain to them I didn't tape all your songs. And I don't get in a habit of making DVDs for people anyway, because I've got all I can do doing my show here. But I'm fixing to do you another. Song by the Maccabilly Band. Let me type this in here. Be through in just a second. Alright, give me a time limit here. What do you say? 15 seconds? Yeah. Alright. Let me spread this out, or you can read it. Alright. Now I'm going to get me another song by the Maccabilly Band. Maccabillys. What do you think? We just heard. How about cover of the Rolling Stones? Let's do it. They do all kind of songs, man. I'm looking at the list here. They got all kind of songs. Alright, we fixing to get going here. Maccabilly's cover of the Rolling Stones, y'all.
Let's tell these folks who we are out here.
Come on, Bob. Tell them who we are. Tell them what we do.
Rock singers.
I tell you what, let's do that again. I'm going to put them on 3 and put this on 4. I misspelled that word, but that's alright. Y'all get it. Alright, let me start it over. Restart.
Let's tell these folks who we are out here.
Come on, Bob. Tell them who we are. Tell them what we do.
Rock singers, golden fingers, we love everywhere we go. We sing about duty and sing about you. $10,000 a show. All kind of things, give us all kind of freedom. That's the thrill we've never known. That's the thrill that you get when you get your picture. me finish up now. I got a lot of blue eyes, green as green. You do anything we say. I got a genuine Indian girl who thinks she knows a better way. They like all kind of friends that money can buy, so we never have to be alone. Oh, we can't get this, oh, we can't get out of this. On the cover of the Rolling Stone, Rolling Stone, gonna see my picture on the cover. Stone says my pocket, my dear old blessed mother. Stone gonna see my smiling face on the cover of the Rolling Stone, Rolling Stone. My picture on the cover. Stone says my pocket, my dear old blessed mother. Stone gonna see my smiling face on the cover of the Rolling Stone.
Woo! Yeah. That's the Maccabees Band, and I want to remind you they're going to be there January the 20th, but also they're going to be there after that every third Saturday of the month. Every third Saturday. I think February, the third Saturday is the 17th, so mark that on your calendars, man. The Maccabees Band. They out of the Jasper area, man. Jasper, Alabama. Good stuff right there for the Maccabees Band. Yeah, man, that's good stuff. My birthday is this Sunday. This Sunday, my birthday. I'll be retirement age, which I'm already retired, retarded or something. But they throwing me a birthday party at Bar 31 there in Vestavia, Alabama, and I don't want presents. Somebody asked me what I wanted for my birthday. They was coming. I said, I just want you presents there. I want you there. That's what I want. I don't want presents. I don't need nothing. Don't need a thing, man. Just come and be with me and make me happy, man. Make me laugh. Come on. Come on down to Bar 31. Come on. Come on. I'm waiting on you. All right, let's see what else we can get into here with the bands and stuff. I'm looking at all these bands. Here we go. Handshake Promise. Woo-wee. Let's do some let's do Two to Max. Now, I don't know how true this is, so you better not quote me on it. But I heard, what is that? There's some kind of oyster place where, not Inez's, but the place in Trustful that was there for many, many years. Somebody's name. I keep wanting to say Inez's place, but it wasn't Inez's. It was something else. And now it's like an oyster place or fish place and everything. And I heard that this band right here that I'm fixing to put on was their house band now, and that's pretty cool. So I'm gonna play you one of these. I'm gonna play you one of these songs, and it's Two to Max. Maxine, she wasn't with them. She was sick this night. I recorded this, but here's James Yerby, and see how y'all like this, man. Good, cool band. Like them. Let me spread this sucker out where it'll look right. Alright, here we go.
Yeah. So Bill with us. Yeah. it's good with you. You just keep on using me. I'll tell you use me up. Come on. I'll tell you use me up now, girl. Listen here. Oh, my brother. You see, you send me right now and he's talking to me. Oh, you keep trying to tell me, oh girl, that I ought not to let you just walk away. But I know it well. It ain't all that you be stuck. I said, brother, if you only knew you wish that you were in my shoes, you just keep on using me. I'll tell you, baby, baby, till you use me up now, girl. Come on now, use me, baby, come on. But listen, I said, baby, when you left me, I can't get enough. No, no. I said, I'm gonna try to do something to me that's good with you. Oh, and just keep on using me, baby. Oh, yeah. Baby, baby, till you use me up now. Oh, baby, till you use me up. Baby, baby, till you use me up now. Come on, play it, y'all.
Woo! To the max, man. I heard they was there in Trustful as a house band in that oyster place. It used to be an old bar a long time ago, and I forget the name of that woman's name that it was named after. It's called Parish's now. I believe that's the name of it. But I heard, I don't know how true this is, so don't quote me on this. I heard that they are the house band, that band right there. And if they are, you need to go see James Yerby and Maxine and the rest of the guys, man. They jamming, man. I love To the Max. And that's what I do, man. I go out and take these great bands from here in Alabama, bands and musicians and songwriters. I interview a lot of them, and I bring it to y'all, man. And that's what I do for my show. So when I get back on TV in May, you need to mark it on your calendars, and I will be getting on there and posting what days and what times and everything that it is. But until then, let's do another old James Yerby song, man. I love To the Max, man. He's good. Can't help it. Can't help it, man. He's good. Ha! So let's do another James Yerby here, okay? Here we go. To the max.
Yeah. If you like reggae,
I think what happened right there is I don't like reggae, so I probably shut the camera off. But that's fine, man. That's fine. I love To The Max, man. They play some really good music, and I didn't tape everything. I was actually, when I taped him, I was actually there to tape a band after them, and that band didn't even want to go on after they was on. They played hardcore country, outlaw country, that other band did, and we went from bluesy funk to outlaw country. But that was good, man. I liked it. You can see I can change these icons, you know, change them around. I can do, what do you call it, what do you call them things, ticker. It goes across the bottom of the screen there. I did that a while ago, if y'all was watching. And I like doing these live shows. I like doing it on my website, where y'all can come to my website. I don't like doing it on Facebook. You know, I'm always afraid I'm gonna make y'all mad. Take that stuff off of there. Take that stuff off of there. Here's my good friend Daryl Morgan, man. Daryl Morgan, he used to live right here down the Bryan Road, and around the Summerton, Dora area. He probably had a Dora address, but Daryl Morgan, me and him used to run around, and believe it or not, me and Daryl used to catch chickens. And Daryl, he knows music and everything. He used to play with Bo Mundy there at Bo Mundy's place. I think he was on 2nd Avenue there in Birmingham years ago, back when Bob Kane and all them places was down there, PJs and all them. All you Birmingham people know what I'm talking about. Somebody that didn't go to Birmingham much may not know what I'm talking about. But Daryl played with Bo Mundy. Then he got his own band up and played it. I think it's called the New Spot or the New Banks, something like that. And now Daryl he's down in Florida at Weirsville, I think is the name of it, at a place called the Orange Blossom Opry. And they have some good shows. You can pull that up on Facebook, or not Facebook, but their website, and check Daryl out, man. Where'd he go? I want to play. He does country, man, like you wouldn't believe. But I've had him on my show several times. He does several impersonations. He does Marty Robbins. I love Marty Robbins, and here's one of Marty Robbins' songs, and he does Willie Nelson. But I like this one right here. Here's my good friend Daryl Morgan. Restart.
Hands that are strong and wrinkled, doing work that never gets old. Hair that's lost some of its beauty by too many hours in the sun. Eyes that show some disappointed, and there's been quite a lot in her life. She's a fountain shelter. Climb, but we can't reach the top. I'm free, and I'm easily discouraged. She just smiles when I wanna stop. Lips that are weak but tender, love that strengthens my life. A saint in a dress made of gingham, my woman, my woman, my wife. Two little babies were born in the spring, but not when the weather was good. I lost control of my mind and my soul, but my woman's faith carried us through. When she reaches that room, Lord, you know what she's worth. Give that mansion I'm done. All she's been through here on earth. Lord, give her my share of hell. If I've earned any in this life, 'cause Lord, I believe she deserves it. My woman, my woman, my woman, my woman, my
Daryl Morgan, man, good friend of mine, man. He's got a brother named Dennis Morgan that's just as good as he is playing music, and I got a little brother, man. I don't know if the little brother plays or not. Don't know. But Daryl, me and him actually used to catch chickens. People used to call me Farrell by my middle name, and you know, in these chicken houses, if you don't know, they used to screw in red lights where the chickens will stay roosted, but you can see good enough to catch them. So you have to bring them down as you catch the chickens. Somebody has to unscrew it and carry it down to the next thing. And the house boss would always say, "Farrell, bring the light down." And me and Daryl both would go do it, because we thought he said Farrell, and he said Daryl, or he said Daryl, and I thought he said Farrell. So usually both of us would go bring the light down. That was funny. Well, I thought it was. Alright, that was Daryl Morgan, a good friend of mine, man. He made me laugh so hard I nearly peed my pants one time. We was skipping school. We was in Coleman, just hanging, man. Didn't have nothing to do. You know how you do when you just hang out, man, and you're skipping school. We was downtown Coleman, sitting on one of the side streets in the car. And all of a sudden, Daryl said, he looks way down there at the end of the street, and he said, "Look, a dak blog." I was like looking around, what is he seeing? He said, "A dak blog." What are you talking about? He was changing the letters around. It was a black dog down there walking around, and he said dak blog. A dak blog. I didn't know what he was saying. And then after a while, and forgive me for saying this, but he said, "I shot a git." I looked at him, I said, "You shot a what?" He said, "I shot a git." You know what that is, right? And finally he explained what he was saying, so we had to go to the Jack's Hamburgers for him, where he could shot a get. Ah, forgive me for that, y'all. I had to say it. And another time, me and Daryl, this is all Daryl Morgan stories, man. I had a car that needed rings in it. Very, very slow. It smoked like a tar wagon, man. I pulled out down where, right about down where Advanced Auto is, where Sonic is in Summerton. I was pulling out that road. There was a car coming, and it was just now passing the Jefferson Walker County line down there. And if you know that area, you know that's a good half a mile away. But I pulled out in the road, and this is a 4-lane. But this guy he was in a Barracuda. A Barracuda. He comes flying up. I don't know why he didn't get in the other lane and just going around, but he comes flying up right behind me, and that car started doing this, slamming the brake. This guy, me and Daryl was just teenagers, man. This guy had an army shirt on with the sleeves cut out of it, with like airborne stuff on it, and he was telling us to pull over and stuff, and I wasn't gonna do it. He was probably late 20s, early 30s. Me and Daryl was teenagers, so we started going here and going there, and I thought I'd left him. And we come out this road, and I'll be dogged if he didn't come. And Daryl said, "Let's just see what he wants." I don't know why I let Daryl talk me into that. This guy, I know what this guy was wanting. He wanting blood. And Daryl said, "Let's just see what he wants." And he comes, man, coming up to the car, and he tries to, I was driving, he tries to grab me out of the car. Daryl gets a hold of this arm trying to keep me in the car, and I was like going back and forth. And then the guy reaches in there and tries to get the keys out of the car where we couldn't go nowhere. And I was trying to stop him from doing that. And Daryl, and finally the guy popped me, man, right in the jaw, and looked at me dead in the eye, and he said, "If I see you again, I'll kill you." And he walked and got in his car and backed out and left. And I'm sitting there kind of stunned from the, if you've ever been hit in the jaw, you know what I'm talking about. It stuns you. And I turn and I look at Daryl, and I said, "Did y'all have that planned?" He said, "No, man." I said, "You had this arm and I couldn't do nothing. He had this arm, and then he popped me in the jaw. I just wondered if y'all had that planned or not." And he said, "No, I didn't have that planned." He didn't, but, I thought it was kind of funny. Back then, and even now, I think everything's funny. I just live life to the fullest, That's me. I do this show, man. I do this show, and I love doing it, and I like bringing y'all these up-and-coming and even old talent. And I do biographies of people that's done got out of it, like the Commodores. Commodores are still touring, I think. Hank Williams, not Junior, Hank Williams. I do biographies of them and stuff like that, just to, give y'all some information. Even towns, because my show's about Alabama, man. So, like the other day, when I did that concert in Sullivan, Alabama, the bio that week was of the town of Sullivan. And you learn a lot about these towns. I done one of Coleman when I taped, what's that band's name? Horizon. They always get me up and play the little drums with them. But I was taping Horizon at the Cotton Gin in Coleman. So I did the biography of Coleman that week. And I found out a lot about Coleman at that time. Indian. There's a lot of Indians there during that time. So I do that on my show, just a lot of information, a lot of information on bands and bands that's up and coming and stuff. And I really, you know, if we had a lot more money and a lot more sponsors, we could do a lot more on the show and bring y'all other, you know, I'm about taped out in the Birmingham and Walker County area. There are a lot that I hadn't taped, but you know, Sylacauga's got bands, Montgomery's got bands, Huntsville. I ain't never been to Huntsville. I've been to Decatur, never been to Huntsville. They got a lot of bands there. They a couple of bands in Muscle Shoals that I want to tape. But you know, it takes money. Anniston, Gadsden, Pale City, up in that area. But it takes money to do these things, and if I had the money, I'd do it and bring y'all, and you know, it helps them out, it helps you out. You know, if you see a band, everybody's got their own taste. But if you see a band on my show that you like a lot, let me move over, that you like a lot, you can, next time you see a billboard or something that's got that band's name, you say, oh, I've seen them on that show. I'd like to see them. And you go in and watch them, and that helps them out. So my show, you know, does a lot of good things, you know, and it shows y'all a lot of good bands and gospel groups and bluegrass. And when I first had Koo Carroll on my show, she had posted a bluegrass thing of these people playing fiddles, dancing, the clogging type thing on a board. Old men, young girls dancing on that board. One would dance and they'd get off, and then the other one. And I put that on there. Of course, it was like this. It wasn't wide like this. It was more like this. But you can do that. I just kind of blurred out the sides and then put that on there, and it was cool, man. I thought it was cool, and I believe y'all thought it was cool too. But you know, I didn't put anything on my show because it's my show, okay? Do anything I want to do. But you know, if you ever see anybody that wants to help the show out, you know, I'll put a commercial on for them, and that would help us out. Or if they just want to help us out, you know, with you know, right up above me is a donate button. They want to help me out that way, and that goes through PayPal. A lot of people looks at that and gets freaked out about it because it calls for a card number and stuff, but that's PayPal. It's totally secure because it's PayPal, y'all. But if you feel weird and want to donate some money, just ask me and I'll give you my home address and you can send it. Big companies, you can get that off your tax, man. I'd like to have one big that just wants to help the show out. That would be great, man. Because there are a lot of things I need, a lot of things I ain't got. And I do things. I've got a pocket camera. The Christmas show or the Halloween show, I did most of the taping with that this right here. That's what I did the video with. So we do with what we got. I'd like to have more. I'd like to have a collar microphone, cordless microphone, where you know, you can put it on, and you know what I'm saying, where you won't have to talk as loud. So if I'm way over yonder and the camera's way over here, I have to talk real loud before you can hear me. If I had a collar mount, I could talk normal and you could still hear me. Stuff like that. They're just stuff I need. They know, you know, ink, because I print out flyers all the time. Gas money going to tape these people. I don't want money to pay my bills with. I can pay my bills. My son lives with me and he helps pay the bills. So we don't want money for our own benefit. Everything that I get through that donate or if somebody puts for the show goes in a show account, like that PayPal account. If people puts money in that PayPal account, it goes for the show. It don't go to pay no bills or nothing. So that's what I do. Yeah. Y'all want to see another band? Let me pick you out a good one here. Let me pick y'all out a good one. Let's see who I got here. You just seen Daryl Morgan. Or Boogie Junction. My buddy, he's having a rough time. Down South, the Frog Festival. Get Sideways. Horizon. Jessica Muse. Leverton Brothers. LP Brown. I'll never put them on my show again. And that's another story. Somebody does my show wrong, they'll never get on my show again. And they've been 3 or 4 done the show wrong. And this is my show. I'm just putting it out there where the public can. It's supposed to help y'all out, but if y'all try to, sabotage the show or anything, that's it. You won't get on this show no more. And you probably don't care, but you know what? Me either. Let's do this. Neon Smoke, Outlanders. Alright, let's do this Outlanders, and I'll tell you why. The two to Max band that I showed you a while ago, they played first, and then right after them, the Outlanders band came on, and they do outlaw country. Let me see if this is one of the. Let me take that off, because that's a. Let me go way on down there. That's a good one. Alright. Here we go.
Oh, it's your life. You say you need a change. Don't all the dreams we've seen come true mean anything? You say it's different now, and you keep staring at the door. How can you walk away from this? Don't not matter anymore. If being free is worth more you leave behind, and if it's too late
What we got coming up next?
Hey, George. Thanks, George. Coming up next, great Alabama singer-song. Thanks, George. Coming up next, some great Alabama talent. Delta blues and songwriter, singer, Maxwell Russell. Quit laughing. Stay right here. You don't want to miss our own very Lee's Family Restaurant, October the 6th, the Anchorman Quartet. Dora. Here's some seasoned musicians. Okay. See. Here's some seasoned can't say it. Can't say it. Here's some seasoned musicians. All I heard was Roger Rabbit in my mind.
Hey, we got Wolf Creek. Got Wolf Creek. I heard them up at the midnight special. One of my sponsors, y'all. They sounded better than I've ever heard them sing. Hey, listen, y'all. I'm gonna get off here. I'm getting a little bit hungry. Plus, I just checked. And ain't not one single person been watching this. So I've been doing this all for myself, I reckon. Y'all need to start watching the show, y'all, on here instead of Facebook. All these great bands I've had on before. But anyway, I gotta find me something to eat, man. And here you go.